God is drawing you closer to your rightful place maritally. Have you been worried about how you would get your spouse? Does it seem to you that the more you try, the harder it gets for you to get someone you desire to marry? Well, there's good news here for you. God is changing that situation for your good. Irrespective of the situation of things presently in your life, God is determined and committed to helping you find your spouse. His word is leading you to the right person. All things are working together for your good. This means that God is ordering your step to the right place regarding your spouse. He's drawing you closer to your rightful place. Dear single, stop worrying so much about where you are presently, but rather focus on God and all that He has called you to do. He's preparing you for marriage, and He's also leading you to the right place maritally. This means that God is leading you to the right person and the right place where you'd meet them. It also means that God is leading you rightly, and He's leading you right in time for your relationship status to change. Just trust Him as He does this for you. He's doing all that He can to lead you to the right person and place. If God is going to be leading you to the right place maritally, then He will prepare you so that you can go on the journey to meet this right person He wants you to meet. God will not lead you to the right place maritally if you are not prepared for marriage. This means that He's going to first prepare you spiritually, physically, and in other areas. So as God prepares you, you must also do your part by growing into the type of Christian that can glorify God in the role of a wife or husband. God is committed to you, and so He's very committed to making sure that you're happy, and so He's ready to fulfill your request for a spouse. He's going to lead you in the right direction to meet your spouse. God could be leading you to talk to a certain person or to be friends with a certain person, and He could keep making sure that such person appears in your path. However, you must recognize such things and follow the leadings that He gives to you in your heart. God can make it so obvious by always bringing you both together into the same place so that you're led to this person He knows is good for you. And not only will He lead you to the right person, but He will also give you the wisdom to forge ahead in the relationship with the person. The good thing about God is that you can trust Him. God will not let you end up with someone who's not serious about wanting a relationship. God is drawing you closer to your marital place. He's working on His plans to bring you closer to the person He has in mind for you. God will lead you to the person and show you signs that will make it clear that He wants you to be with a particular person. You may notice that a particular person seems to have the characteristics you were praying to God for in a partner. You would be led by God toward that person. When you meet this person, you would notice that something is very different about this person. You would feel a connection that feels very tight, as though you both were made for each other. God is drawing you closer to the right place maritally. He will bring you closer to the scenes where you ought to find love. His divine wisdom will lead your paths towards that of His plan, and as you follow His plans, He's bringing you closer to your spouse. All of your steps would be directed by God. He's going to use every detail of your movements to achieve His plans for you. In terms of preparation, God is not only preparing you, but also preparing your partner to be a good fit for you. He's going to ensure that you get a partner who is the right fit, and who has the requirements that would produce a beautiful relationship with you. If He has to sharpen this person to remove things in their life that to be removed, then He will. And if He has to add certain things, then God will do so too. God will do all these so that when you come across the person, you'll be discerning enough to recognize them as the person He wants you to be with. He's going to do all that He has to do to make sure you're in your rightful place. God will also prepare you for this person. If you feel like lately, God has been preparing you for marriage in terms of several things, then you can take it as a sign that God is drawing you closer to your rightful place. He's also preparing you and enabling you to be ready for what He's making sure that you're emotionally fit, spiritually fit, and financially ready to be with the person He's going to give to you. God is dedicated to finding you a spouse and bringing you to the right place maritally, so you don't have anything at all to be worried about. He will handle and work on the behaviors and attitudes that ought to be worked upon in your life. He will do this so that when the person He wants for you comes along, the person would get attracted to you in every way and would have no excuse for not loving you. You see, I told you that God is drawing you closer to your rightful place. Like I said earlier, God's preparation for the place He intends to take you to is just as important as where He's taking you to. You need to be more emotionally mature and be someone who doesn't let their feelings cloud your decisions or judgments. As God is working on His preparation for you, He's drawing you closer to your spouse. God draws you closer to your rightful place maritally by making sure you get healed from several past heartaches so that there can be space to love someone new wholeheartedly. God is leading you to the right place maritally. If you have a friend you're close with God, may you want both to further your relationship by dating. If you've been friends with someone and you both have been true to yourselves and have served each other well, then God wants you both to progress to date each other and lead you into the right place maritally. As you both are growing together in your friendship, you may feel the need to get to know each other on a deeper level and move things further between you two. If you have such a friend around you, it could be a sign that God wants you both to move forward in a relationship. You must of course consider that this person is a believer who has been loyal to you for a long while. I don't know your correct relationship experience. Maybe you are someone who always desired a Christian marriage, and you've recently broken up with that Christian partner who you believe is the right one. Or perhaps you want a Christian relationship, but you believe that you are not deserving of a loyal Christian partner. Whatever the case may be, that's why you have God. If you're someone who just broke up with a partner, now know that God is with you and you're much closer to getting your ideal spouse than you can think of. Just think of that past as a good foundation for you not to make such mistakes again. And for you who think of having a loyal Christian partner, you must think again, because the Bible tells you are passed away and all things have become new. As long as it's your past, it no longer holds power over your future. This is why God is going to help you move on from that past and keep the past in the past. He will heal your heart and make space for an ideal spouse that He's bringing your way. Whatever your case may be, God is leading you closer to your spouse and He's doing all that He has to do to make sure you and your partner are ready. Perhaps you're even in a relationship with someone, but you both have been in the wrong place recently. It's possible you both have been arguing and having different views about life or the relationship. Don't worry, God will grant you the divine wisdom to navigate such situations, and He will continue to draw you both closer to each other. You both should just keep loving each other, and God will lead you both to the place He intends for you. God is bringing you closer to your spouse. He will lead you to your spouse. God is committed to helping you get the right spouse, and you can always trust Him, because He does the right thing for you always. As He leads you in the right direction, just keep following His leadings, and He will take you to your spouse.